The Black Phone new poster reveals the film's ominous namesake. Scott Derrickson's upcoming horror film The Black Phone received a new Finnish poster that seems to have taken a page from one of the director's previous films. Where the film's other poster evokes those 1970s and 1980s vibes that are all the rage these days, the Finnish poster instead calls back to Sinister for inspiration, complete with grimy grey walls with black streaks, and the titular black phone waiting for Mason Thames' character to pick it up. It harkens back to the iconic poster for Derrickson's previous work, which saw Ashley Oswalt, Claire Foley, drawing on the wall and revealing the sinister, pun intended, face of Bughull. Where this poster breaks with the sinister design is with the inclusion of the phone surrounded by ominous shadows of people. These are the past victims of Ethan Hawke's The Grabber, who are intent on helping Finney Shaw escape the killer's grasp through the black phone. The Grabber is conspicuously absent from this promo. Normally, we'd see him mugging for the camera in his terrifying mask, but this poster opts to keep him in the shadows, instead focusing on Finney as he's about to go over and grab the phone after he wakes up in the dingy room where the Grabber keeps his victims. In all, it's a spooky poster that sets up for Derrickson's grand return to horror by going back to his roots. The Black Phone is a Blumhouse production following Finney, a 13-year-old boy who encounters the infamous child killer the Grabber. He's taken to an unknown location where the Grabber's past victims were kept before they were ultimately murdered, a point that is both disturbing and helpful for Finney as the spirits of the dead contact him through the black phone on the wall, hoping to keep him from the same fate. Meanwhile, Finney's sister Gwen, Madeleine McGraw, starts having dreams about him that include details that aren't public knowledge. She begins cooperating with police in order to track down Finney and the Grabber in order to save her brother and end this serial killer's run. This will be Derrickson's first horror film since 2014's Deliver Us from Evil, a movie that failed to hit the heights of his previous works like Sinister or The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Since then, he took the director's chair for perhaps the most supernatural horror-adjacent superhero film, Doctor Strange, which tasked him with properly introducing magic into the MCU. With the Black Phone, he'll get to reunite with Hawke, flipping him from main protagonist in Sinister to main antagonist, as well as his old writing partner C. Robert Cargill. The Black Phone stars Hawke, Thames, McGraw, Jeremy Davies, James Ransoni, E. Roger Mitchell, Kellen Rood, J. Gavin Wild, Michael Banks Repeta, and Brady Hepner. The film is based on a short story from Joe Hill and is produced by Jason Blum. After a previous delay, it's set to release in theaters on June 24th. Scream 6 star Melissa Barrera wants to explore Sam's dark side. This January's Scream introduced a new final girl for Ghostface to stalk. In The Heights, actress Melissa Barrera took over the reins from Neve Campbell's Sidney Prescott, who returned in a supporting capacity. Barrera starred as Sam Carpenter, another Woodsboro native who finds herself at the center of the town's latest spate of serial killings. But what makes Sam different from Sid is her darker nature, something Barrera would love to explore further in Scream 6. As we discovered, Sam is really the secret love child of Billy Loomis, the original Ghostface. In Scream's big third act, Sam let out her own inner brutality when she slew her twisted boyfriend Richie. While a triumphant moment for the heroine, it also teased Sam struggling with the darkness she inherited from her father. And that's definitely something Barrera wants to tackle, as she told in a new interview. "Oh my God, that would be amazing. I don't know, I feel like there's so much that could happen with Sam," Barrera said. Without giving any spoilers, but with how the movie ends and this side of her that she embraces at the end of this movie. "I feel like there's so much to explore with her, and it could be a very interesting journey as an actor to explore that duality of the character, and her embracing a little bit of the dark side. I don't know. It's exciting." It's worth noting that Barrera didn't outright confirm her return, as no cast members have been officially announced for Scream 6 as yet. However, Courtney Cox wants to return as Gail Weathers, and Campbell has revealed that she's had talks to play Sydney yet again. It would certainly be hard to imagine Scream 6 moving ahead without Barrera or Jenna Ortega's Tara, Sam's younger sister. While we've never really suspected that Sid could go to the dark side, Sam's a much less predictable character, as it's not so hard to imagine her becoming Ghostface. This only adds to the fun of a franchise like Scream, which relies on twists and surprises. With Scream 6 once again coming from Radio Silence directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette, shooting this summer, we should get some concrete updates on it over the next few months. George Clooney's The Boys in the Boat casts James Wolk as Olympic rowing coach. One of actor James Wolk's next roles will bring him to the 1936 Olympics. According to Deadline, Wolk has been cast in the upcoming film The Boys in the Boat. The film tells the story of the University of Washington's men's rowing team during the 1936 Berlin Olympics. During the time, Adolf Hitler and the Nazis were in charge of Germany and hoped to show off the German team's victories to the rest of the world. The team surprised many and ended up winning the gold medal. The film will also follow the lower middle-class team, as they also deal with getting through college during the Great Depression and how they came together as a team. Wolk will play Coach Bowles in the film. Wolk's previous work includes 2016's Mercy, directed by Chris Sparling, 2015's This Is Happening, directed by Ryan Jaffe, and 2014's There's Always Woodstock, directed by Rita Merson. Joining Wolk in the film will be Joel Edgerton as Coach Ulbrichtson. Courtney Hengler will also appear in the film as Hazel, Coach Ulbrichtsen's wife. The film will also star Callum Turner, Jack Mulhan, Sam Strike, Luke Slattery, Thomas Elms, Tom Vey, Bruce Herblin-Earl, Will Coburn, and Hadley Robinson. George Clooney will direct the film. His previous directing work includes 2021's The Tender Bar, 2020's The Midnight Sky, and 2017's Suburb Icon. Clooney will also be a producer for the film. He was going to direct the film earlier, but had to wait after accepting to direct The Tender Bar. Mark L. Smith will write the film's screenplay. Smith's previous writing work includes The Midnight Sky, 2018's Overlord, directed by Julius Avery, and 2015's The Revenant, directed by Alejandro G. Inarritu. Chris Weitz also wrote a previous draft of the script. The film is based on the 2013 book The Boys in the Boat, 9 Americans and Their Epic Quest for Gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics by Daniel James Brown. The book went on to become a New York Times bestseller. Smokehouse Pictures' Grant Heslov will be a producer for the film. Spyglass will executive produce the film. The film will also be produced by MGM. A previous film adaptation of the book was announced in 2011, which was going to be directed by Kenneth Branagh and produced by the Weinstein Company. No official release date has been announced for when The Boys in the Boat will be released. In the meantime, fans can watch Wolk in the series Ordinary Joe, which is currently available to stream on Peacock. AMC Greenlights The Walking Dead spin-off with Lauren Cohan and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. While The Walking Dead may be in the midst of its final season, AMC does not seem ready to say goodbye to some of the characters from the flagship series. Today, the network has announced that the green light has been given to another series set in the Walking Dead universe. This new spin-off, titled Isle of the Dead, will star Lauren Cohan and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. The new series, which is set to come to AMC Plus and AMC in 2023, will have a 6-episode first season, and will see Cohan and Morgan reprising their roles of Maggie and Negan, respectively. In Isle of the Dead, Maggie and Negan will find themselves in a post-apocalyptic Manhattan long ago cut off from the mainland. The crumbling city is filled with the dead and denizens who have made New York City their own world full of anarchy, danger, beauty, and terror. Isle of the Dead will see Eli Jorn serving as the showrunner and as an executive producer on the new series. Jorn has an overall deal with AMC Studios and has worked for multiple seasons on the original show as a writer and co-executive producer. The spin-off will also be overseen by Scott M. Gimple, who holds the title of Chief Content Officer for the Walking Dead universe. Cohan and Morgan are also set to serve as executive producers on the series. Based on the comic series of the same name, The Walking Dead follows the story of a group of survivors in the aftermath of a zombie apocalypse. The series began airing on AMC in 2010 and has routinely been one of the network's highest-viewed shows. Isle of the Dead will be the fifth spin-off of The Walking Dead. In 2015, the first spin-off set in the universe, Fear the Walking Dead, premiered and was recently announced to be getting a Season 8. The second spin-off, The Walking Dead, World Beyond, aired its final season last year after being originally planned to only have 2 seasons. This year is set to see the premiere of a third spin-off, an anthology series called Tales of the Walking Dead. The fourth spin-off is a currently untitled spin-off focusing on the fan-favorite characters of Daryl and Carol, played by Norman Reedus and Melissa McBride, respectively, that is expected to premiere in 2023 along with Isle of the Dead. Dan McDermott, president of entertainment and AMC Studios for AMC Networks, gave the following statement when announcing the new series. "This is a very big day for the expanding universe we are building around The Walking Dead. It not only adds another compelling series to this collection, it extends our storytelling around 2 unforgettable characters fans have grown to love, hate, and then love in Maggie and Negan, brilliantly inhabited by Lauren and Jeffrey. It also lets us explore a corner of this universe located on the island of Manhattan, with an iconic skyline that takes on a very different meaning when viewed through the lens of a zombie apocalypse." Gimple added on the statement by saying, "Eli has created a chaotic, beautiful, grimy madhouse of the dead for Negan, Maggie, and fans of the show eager to discover an unseen and insane world of the TWD universe. Lauren and Jeffrey have always been fantastic collaborators, and now we bring that collaboration to the next level with a series that will take these characters to their limits with the world and each other. All of us are thrilled to take you on an all-new, all-different TWD epic for the ages." Cohan, who has played Maggie since Season 2, had this to say of the spin-off. "I am thrilled to partner with Dan McDermott and the team at AMC on the next chapter in the Walking Dead universe. Maggie is very close to my heart, and I'm excited to continue her journey against the iconic backdrop of New York City, alongside my friend and collaborator, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Eli Jorn has created something incredibly special, and I cannot wait for the fans to see what we have in store for Maggie and Negan." Morgan, who joined the series in Season 6 as the fan-favorite villain from the comics, added, "I'm delighted that Negan and Maggie's journey continues. It's been such a ride walking in Negan's shoes. I'm beyond excited to continue his journey in New York City with Lauren. Walkers in an urban setting has always been such a cool image, but Fifth Avenue, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty. The greatest city in the world. The backdrop is amazing, but it's the story that Eli Jorn cooked up that is even better. Buckle up, folks. Isle of the Dead is going to reinvent the TWD universe." Huge thank you to Dan McDermott, Scott Gimple and AMC for having us back for more. We simply can't wait. Okay, stay tuned to our channel. I'll be providing you with up-to-date reliable movie news. Enjoy.